3 ciphers, 2 centuries, one treasure that no one alive has ever seen. Deep in the quiet, rolling hills of Virginia, a legend refuses to fade. It is a story of gold and silver so vast it has driven men to ruin, leaving behind a trail of broken lives and empty pockets. The only evidence left is a set of 3 coded messages published in 1885. For generations, they have defied the world's greatest cryptographers, mathematicians, and the cold, calculating power of the NSA. Tonight, we step into the shadows of the Beale Ciphers, a mystery that has outlived its creator and consumed everyone who dared to solve it. The land itself seems to hold its breath, scarred by the shovels of those who came looking for answers and found only exhaustion. Experts have thrown every tool at these numbers, yet the ciphers remain silent. If these papers landed in your hands, would you chase the gold? The story began in the 1820s. Thomas J. Beale arrived in Virginia, claiming he had struck a vein of gold in the American West so rich it defied belief. He did not stay to spend it. Instead, he buried his fortune in a secret vault and sought out Robert Morris, a local innkeeper. Beale handed over a heavy, iron-bound box. "Open this if I do not return in 10 years, he commanded. He walked out the door, stepped into the wilderness, and vanished without a trace. He never returned. Morris kept the box under his floorboards, waiting through the long, silent years. When the decade finally passed, he pried the lock open, expecting maps, coordinates, or instructions. He found nothing but 3 pages of numbers. No gold, no location. Just rows of ink on paper, a silent mockery of his decade of patience. Morris spent his final years hunched over those pages, tracing the lines until his death. He died with the box still locked in his mind, leaving the mystery to fester in the dark. The secret stayed trapped behind a wall of digits. Decades passed in total silence. The papers sat in dusty archives, ignored by a world that had moved on. Then, James Ward arrived. He did not look for complex mathematical patterns or hidden ciphers in the stars. Instead, he looked at the text itself. He aligned the numbers of cipher No, 2 with the words of the Declaration of Independence. The wall finally cracked. Row by row, the numbers transformed into readable English. The haul was staggering. 2,921 pounds of gold, 5,100 pounds of silver, a cache of jewels worth millions by today's standards. It was all there, itemized and confirmed in the ink. The excitement surged through the research community like a wildfire, but the momentum hit a brutal, sudden stop. The decoded text ended abruptly. It listed the riches, described the vault, and then fell silent. The crucial coordinates were not in the second cipher. That secret remained locked inside cipher number 1, a code that refused to yield. The treasure was no longer a myth, but it was still a ghost. The world's most powerful supercomputers were deployed to break the remaining codes. They ran billions of permutations, mapping every frequency and pattern. They returned nothing. The numbers in ciphers 1 and 3 remained as impenetrable as granite. As the digital search hit a dead end, the obsession migrated to the hills of Bedford County. The hunt turned physical. Men arrived with shovels, ground-penetrating radar, and pickaxes. They tore into the earth under the cover of night. The landscape began to change. Illegal tunnels snaked through the hills, unsupported and unstable. One by one, the shafts collapsed. Diggers were trapped in the dark, their tools abandoned in the mud. Sanity began to fray as the weeks turned into months of fruitless labor. The ground is now a scarred map of failure, littered with rusted equipment and the remnants of collapsed tunnels. The treasure remains buried, and the cost of the search continues to mount with every shovel that strikes the dirt. For nearly 200 years, these papers have stood as an impenetrable wall between truth and legend. The land in Bedford County remains scarred, a testament to the lives consumed by the promise of gold. Was the vault ever real? Or was the entire narrative a calculated marketing scheme designed to lure the gullible? Perhaps the key to cipher number 1 is simply a document lost to time, decaying in a forgotten attic while the world chases ghosts. The mystery has outlived its creator, its keepers, and its critics. It remains a silent, perfect trap. If these pages were placed in your hands tonight, Would you commit your life to the hunt, or would you walk away?